This spinning, very bright double UFO approached me and it stayed over my house for a while. This was on 7th of October 2014. So I've just downloaded the file here. I haven't ever gone over it that much. So this is the video. It's very hard to capture with the SP Olympus. The issue there is the autofocus is not that good for very small objects, so I'll lose that compared to the Fuji I had. But it allows me very good high zoom photos. So I'm just analysing there. Now when I filmed it, in this video you could see it if I pause it. So obviously I carried the camera upright. I didn't work out to hold it sideways and use a vertical object like a tree or a wall to steady it. So this is where I got still early learning phase. And you would see it twisting around obviously in the film. And the Fuji camera, which was 30 optic, was a better, but it hasn't got the Red Cross laser viewfinder that I can pinpoint these objects. And the photos are a lot higher resolution, so I prefer this camera. It's very rare I take movie mode, and you can actually see it spinning here. It's still joined sometimes with strands, and the difficulty with one flies by there. So it's a very common thing with these. You get larger ones and they fly sideways. So there's one small one flying sideways. There it is there. And then I'll go to the next photo. There it is there again. There it is there as well. It's the same quality of video as well. You see when it doesn't zoom in that well, you lose precious time. And it really should have been auto-focusing on that object. So that's why I will not waste my time using movie mode. But sometimes it does capture how the object interacts and spins around. But I lose precious time because I could have 20 shots of that object, high zoom. And usually you're very short on time when they appear. You could have only 1 minute. So you don't like to fiddle around with the movie mode. This was here for about 10 minutes. It just didn't move. See, obviously one photo, you can really analyse it. So I could take probably 20 or 30 during that time that I filmed that in auto mode. There we go there. There's another one. And this shot's very interesting because you've got one object inside it there, right there. And I've filmed that a lot of times where there's one inside. This is fantastic, this one. And people say it would look like a head, obviously 2 eyes and mouth and nose, but I like to be more scientific, thinking I just caught it when it was changing shape in the middle. So that's an excellent one. Look at that. That's fantastic. So there's always two in this case. And I was approached by a similar object on a beach in Sydney. We're always concentrating and get these objects above me. If you want to see other work, just Google Robert Bingham, California, Orb Summoner. He does the same thing. He will stand in his regular spots and they appear as though they're telepathic. I still have a feeling mine's more to do with my videos concerning the moon and researching. So that's how we saw an object quickly fly past. It could have been a bird, but it looked white. No, that could have been a bird. So there it is there, and again, I'm not happy with the quality of the autofocus. It seems to lack in this camera compared to the Fuji, for instance, where this wouldn't be a problem. The Fuji 30 optic will be filming this. The only problem is it hasn't got the Red Cross viewfinder on the Fuji. That's a good shot there, and you'll see an object come up the top right there. It's another good shot. And here it's more square in shape. Got a very interesting object on top there. That's not that clear. And again, the same object approached me on the beach and just stood above me for a while as well. That's not that clear. Okay, it was very hard to zoom in on it. Obviously, it's right at the start here. That's it. It's not that much. That's better.
Yes, up.
Again, I get a lot higher capability using the high zoom photos. That would be 50 optic times 4 digital. It's 200 in the front. Then I can zoom it in 10 times on the back LCD screen. So that sort of shows you that object coming out in the center. Okay, this is a good shot. Again, things would have been a lot better if I used a vertical. This one is one of the best pictures I've got. It's fantastic because it actually shows you how straight it is in that shot. And it's got various feet on it and squares. So obviously I've just been able to get it there, and the camera's having a lot of difficulty. It's a good shot. Now this is an excellent shot. I can see it's very clear. Again, it's struggling so much to zoom in on it. And that's why I just refuse to hardly use that. That's a very good shot there. Excellent. Another one. Another one there. Another one there. This looks very good too. This shows you very good detail on the top one. I had that much time that I was capable of taking so many photos in film mode. This is very good as well. Look at that structure down the bottom and top. It must have been there 10-15 minutes. There was a crowd of people on the street just watching it as well. There it is. The reason they appeared was I was very excited when this was happening, so I just said, oh wow. And as I was filming it, someone walked underneath the balcony and said, wow, what? And then he looked up, then he said, wow, UFOs, and all these crowd accumulated, probably 10 or 15 people watching this. That's an excellent shot there. This is a bit trickier because it's actually darker. So it's lost the brightness in that photo. It's a very unusual photo, that one. I don't know how many photos I took. They just, I'll probably skip the photos that look identical. That was probably one more attempt at filming it. By the time I realised I wasn't able to zoom in, I just took some more photos. Okay, this shot is excellent. And that was the first one, so it's taken me back through the loop. These are excellent photos. So I had more luck taking many more still shots, and that's why I really use this mode.